They are. They are fun, but they're not free. You do need to pay money for them. The EarFun Free Pro ANC kind of rocked my socks when I reviewed them a little while back. High technology, good sound quality, low price. EarFun is back with the Free 2, bringing a lot of that solid technology to a lower price point. They sent me a pair to test drive and share my thoughts. And as it says here on the box, better sound, better life. I feel we can all agree with that. We're trying to find that sweet spot balance between communicator buds and a higher tier of audio quality. EarFun is working aggressively at maxing out the tech side of that equation. The Free 2 live in that space below buds with active noise canceling, but nearly everything else we'd want to see is included. A Bluetooth 5.2, aptX and AAC support, 7 hours of rated playtime with about 3.5 full charges in the case. The case has wireless charging, solid processing for microphones and calls, ultra low latency modes for gaming, and all in casings that are decently sweat resistant. Now, the casing is a little on the chunky side. Fit is critical for earbuds. And like Creative Solution, the whole case is built to fill the bowl of your ear. There's no customizing here like on the Pro. So if your ear bowl is a little smaller or shallow, these might pop out a bit. They fit me well enough with my boringly average-sized male skull. Solid collection of ear tips to help you customize the fit, and they're about average here for this type of earbud. I got a solid 6 hours of audio on my very first charge, and the range seems about on point for the claims, about 40 feet from my phone. Also, the touch controls, nicely accurate. I love single tap for volume control and double tap for play pause. Way more often I need to adjust volume on the fly. That is definitely my preferred button layout. And also just nice on less expensive earbuds that you don't have a clicky button that jams the earbud deeper into your ear canal. Lightly touch sensitive on the outside. I really hope to see more of that descend into lower and lower price points. You can go stereo both ears at the same time, or you can take one out, go uhura, pop in the other one when this one starts to run out of battery life. You've got some options. All that tech stuff, I think we're doing good, especially for the price. But of course, these are earbuds, so how do they, sound? Not bad. Not bad at all. Expectations need to be kept in check with the price, and for the price, I think these are very good. Reiterating the fit is absolutely critical. If you can't get the right twist and a good seal, then you'll get no passive noise reduction, and the sound is going to be really thin. It took me a little bit to kind of get the knack of them, get that twist where they were going to seat in my ear canal. But once I did, like I said, I think these sound pretty good. There's a definite focus on the low end. These aren't low, dull, or muddy, but for a lot of options in this space, the crowd-pleasing stuff is going to have a warmer, bassier tone. Now, I do like where bass guitars sit on classic and 80s rock. This feels on point. The Free 2 can get a bit floppy on really bass-heavy electronica and hip-hop. Like the effect on Just off RTJ4 is almost comically bouncy. It's fun, but it's a little silly. But it's fun. We're not too critical here about the most articulate analytical attacks to the lows, and these little buds, they can jam. In this space, I'm always going to be personally disappointed in the mids on products like this. I kind of work where the human voice is captured, and the bit of a V-tuning here leaves me wanting that extra detail around distortion, the edge on guitars, and the highs feel more kind of pulled back than I was expecting, like on a Tool mix. Maynard's voice is competing with the hi-hat and cymbals a bit more than I thought it should. So the upper air can kind of shimmer, but for my tastes, we're right on the edge of getting a bit shrill. And a feature I'm really happy to see from the EarFun Pro is this lower latency gaming mode. EarFun is estimating around a 60 millisecond lag between the cue and actually making it, the sound cue actually playing in the game and then actually making it to your ears, which is right on the heels of games that actually depend on audio cues. In a lot of games, it kind of doesn't matter. You see your little tank shoot a shell, and then kind of a split second later, you hear that sound effect. But if you're into action and rhythm games where those audio cues matter and you can't play them over wireless options, we're getting a lot better. It really does matter, though. I'm really happy to see a few more wireless earbuds taking that seriously, as our phones have largely lost headphone jacks, but I'd still like to have good audio while I'm playing.
Now, I know a lot of folks get real hyped up about the call quality tests in our earbud reviews, but we know that this isn't a test of call quality, right? Like, I'm recording this on my phone, I'm going through a camera app, and it's all kind of being done locally. This isn't what you're going to hear on the other end of a phone call, at least for this sort of test of the microphone quality, in talking over Bluetooth to a camera app. I think it sounds pretty good. The only metric I can really go by is on the phone calls that I have taken with the free 2. I haven't gotten any complaints from people on the other end of those phone calls, so I think we're probably doing fine.
Whew. Okay, wrapping all of this up, at the current sale price on the EarFun website, I think we've got a solid bang for buck here. Really, the toughest competition these face is from their own company with the Free Pro. Looking at prices, only about $10 separates these from earbuds with similar latency features and active noise cancellation. And plus, you'd get a little more customization on the fit. What's funny, in trying to craft my conclusion here, where I'm not trying to criticize these too sharply, I think if I had tried these first, I'd be a bit more impressed. Everything here is good. My expectations were kind of primed by the pros, though, which really isn't fair to the Free 2. However, I am only human, and that's how good the Free Pro were. Ultimately, though, the nice thing here is watching tech improve at friendlier and friendlier prices for your wallet. There have been a bunch of cheap wireless audio options that kind of make me cringe a bit. They're not really good to listen to, they're not good for your ears, but boy howdy, they sure were cheap. Brands like EarFun are going to be really fun to watch if they can keep up with this kind of tech at these kinds of prices. I feel they're traveling in the right direction here. Better sound, better life. I'll of course leave some links down below where you can find more info on the EarFun Free 2, maybe shop some of these puppies online. As always, thanks so much for watching, for sharing these reviews, subscribing to the channel. Supporting your favorite content creators has never been more critical than it is today, so I greatly appreciate those of you who are checking out the links down below. Maybe you're shopping a little merch. That kind of stuff really does help keep production rolling on this channel. You can catch a full list of all my affiliates and partnerships on SomeGadgetGuy.com, or you might consider, just maybe, joining the list of names scrolling by on your screen from my Patreon, patreon.com/SomeGadgetGuy. This list is basically a collection of the coolest tech pals on the web, so I hope you'll check them out. Now, you know where you can find me around the rest of the internet, at SomeGadgetGuy on the Twitters and the Twitch, and the Facebooks and the Instagrams, and I will catch you all on the next review.